Right here. Sea bass, come. Right here. Right here. Sit. Sit. Sea bass, sit. Good boy. Stay. Doing pretty good, huh?
Yep.
Hey, sit.
First time out.
Sea bass, sit.
This field.
We're getting them warmed up out here. We're going to take them to the fields we're fixing to hunt, but we're not going to hunt this field. We just brought him here to fire off a couple rounds and see how he reacted, and he didn't seem to care, so he might quarter 1,000,000 miles further out than we want him to.
There he goes.
He's leaving a surprise for the next people to hunt this field. It'll freeze up in a few minutes. What up, y'all? So this past summer I decided I wanted to get a dog, and I wanted to get a hunting breed that I could train to come hunt with me and find birds and retrieve ducks and retrieve fur. So I was looking around a lot. I don't have $2,000 to spend on a dog, so I was trying to find like some giveaway dog online. I came across this GSP on Craigslist, and his family just had a new baby and they couldn't keep this dog anymore on account of his wildness, I guess, because he was buck wild when I first got him, but he still is. And so I met up with them. They wanted $200, the ad said, and I figured, well, I could afford that. And we met up and I checked him out, and he was a really good looking specimen, and he had a lot of drive, and he didn't have a lot of manners, but I figured that I could train him because I've had success in the past training other dogs, not hunting dogs, but just like my last companion dog, he learned a lot of tricks and stuff that I taught him. So I had spent time working with dogs in the past, so I figured that this was the dog for me. So I brought him home. The family ended up not charging me anything because they figured out that I was really into dogs and training and just had a real love for them. So I spent this past 6 months trying my hardest just to train this dog to behave, and he made a lot of progress. Like, he doesn't jump on the furniture anymore, and he had some other bad habits that we got rid of. And mostly I just spent time teaching him recalls and how to heel. And I had been using the e-collar. I had hoped not to use an e-collar, but he's just, if I would have started with a pup, maybe I could have done that, but he was just too crazy to learn through just positive reinforcement. So now we're kind of doing a mix of both. But my roommate and I kind of last minute decided to go hunt pheasant on Sunday, which was yesterday. And I'd been real reluctant to bring him in the past because I didn't know if he'd run off. I didn't think he'd listen, and I didn't know if he was gun shy. But I went to Florida back home for Christmas, and I brought sea bass, and I let him loose. My parents live out in the country, and he didn't run off. And I discovered that my transmitter wasn't working for the e-collar, which was a big revelation because I just felt like he wasn't learning anything at times. And then once they sent me a new transmitter, it was like boom, night and day. Like, if he's not listening, I could buzz him from 200 yards away, and it'll affect him, and he'll come right back if he doesn't listen to a recall or something. So anyway, we brought him out yesterday, and right here.
he was not. We didn't just. I had my roommate go fire his shotgun from like 100 yards away and just let Seabass watch, and I was going to throw him the ball whenever he fired the shotgun, and it did not faze him a bit. So we're like, let's take him out to the field. So we were hunting these corn circles, and you're allowed to be in the grass on the edges of them on public land. And Seabass was running through the fields up and down like a dolphin, jumping, and had his nose to the ground. And we get to a choke point, and he found some kind of scent, and he was going back and forth, looking in every little bush. And finally he flushed a rooster right at the end of the choke point, and it flew out into the corn, and my roommate shot it, and the rooster fell, but it wasn't dead, and it started taking off running. So my roommate starts running into the cornfield after this bird. Seabass starts running, but the wrong way. So I'm yelling after my roommate. I'm like, call him! Call Seabass! Call Seabass! He didn't hear me, so he gets like 100 yards into the field, and he can't find the bird. So finally, I call Seabass back to me, and then I point to my roommate, and I tell the dog, I'm like, go get him. And so he just starts sprinting toward my roommate, and then I see the rooster come out like more toward me, but behind where they were, and he can't see him, and I'm too far away to communicate. But Seabass sees the rooster, and Seabass takes off after him and pins him down and holds him there long enough for my roommate to go pick him up. So
good boy.
He found it. What a good bass.
Good boy. Good boy. Thanks for getting the bird, buddy.
Oh man, that's awesome.
You did good, buddy. You did good, buddy. Good boy.
He didn't pick the rooster up in his mouth. I didn't think he would. I thought that he would just sniff it a bunch, but it was so exciting, and I think he'll figure out what he's supposed to do as time goes on. We only have like one more weekend left this season, but during this off season, I'm going to put a lot of time into teaching him casting and whistle stop so he doesn't quarter too far out in front of us, and just little stuff like that. I think he's going to do really good next year. So it was super exciting. I'll remember that day forever. First time hunting with my dog, and I'm super pumped that I got him, and I think we're going to be a good team. It's been a really cool weekend.